The issue of child sexual abuse cuts across all ethnic and religious lines.
But some say in the Hasidic and Orthodox Jewish communities of Brooklyn, the problem is compounded by religious taboos that make reported abusers to police very rare. They say it's a sacred secret, and it's the children that continue to suffer.
Whatever you think could happen to a guy besides get killed.
Mordecai Youngris says he was victimized twice. Once when his son was sexually abused by a member of the community.
I told my wife right away, this child is getting molested.
And again when he was shunned by the same community when he tried to get his son help.
People in the street are not allowed to talk to us.
In the insular, tight-knit world of the Hasidic and Orthodox Jews, problems are taken care of internally. In all matters, including sex abuse, a rabbi is consulted. Youngris says he called many, but none helped, even though he says they knew about the alleged abuser.
They knew how dangerous this guy is. They never did anything to get him off the street.
What made matters more difficult is that Jewish law forbids informing on another Jew. Two rabbis told Youngris he could avoid all that by taking the young boy to a therapist, where legally the abuse would have to be reported. But what it was, Youngris was blamed.
You get revenge, hell, torture, ostracized, you name it, what a family and a victim is going to do if you are reporting a Jew.
Ben Hirsch, who runs an advocacy group for sex abuse victims in the Orthodox community, says that scenario keeps many abusers protected.
This is a mindset among very many parents of victims. They know that if they step forward to protect one of their children, that the entire family is going to suffer serious consequences.
And he says rabbis shouldn't investigate sex crimes. The police should. But Agudath Israel, an Orthodox policy organization, says getting the rabbis okay makes it easier to report cases to authorities. Hirsch doesn't buy it.
I know of many instances of cover-up. I know of many instances where rabbis are stopping people from coming forward.
In Youngris's case, the alleged abuser admitted that as a child he had been molested. And Youngris says the cycle of abuse continued with his own son.
Not only he victimized him, he learned him how to become a perpetrator.
New York State Assemblyman Dov Hikind has been a leader in bringing the problem out in the open.
People's lives have been destroyed, and we don't want the next generation to face the same thing that our generation has faced.
Worst of all, Hirsch says, is the message from community leaders to its children.
The children who are victims are perceived to be collateral damage. Their focus is their power base, their focus is the community at large, the greater good in their view.
Youngris says despite the cost, he is determined to help break the devastating cycle of abuse.
You have a right to have a voice, you will have a voice. There's no such a thing we cannot have a voice.